25, no game clock, and you got a shot clock. Free throws, one shot depending on where you get fouled. There's a 4-point shot, and then to bring the fire, and this is gonna be intense. Like we said before, both these teams don't like each other. There's trash talk, and there's a lot of stories that are gonna unfold throughout this game. There's Brandon Moss, he elevates, and he's gonna be a big part of guarding this guy right here, Michael Beasley, a prolific scorer, 2-time MVP of the Big Three.
Well, talking to you too, you said, well, how did Chicago turn their season around? You said with the acquisition of Brandon Moss, that kind of solidified why now Chicago is in the finals, because of his versatility offensively and defensively.
There's Core, very good at running the team. Harrell, he misses the shot. Rebound Evans, he clears it. Now Harrell's matched up against Beasley. Beasley goes right, pulls up. Good defense by Harrell. Brandon Moss gets the rebound, he loses it to Chalmers. Chalmers for three. No good. Core. A lot of teams figuring it out right now. Harrell on the glass, battling. And let's go back to the first time that these guys played. Think about this, Chicago outscored Miami 31-16 in the second half. Harrell had a season-high 28 points, but there's some details to that. But Beasley came off the bench for a season-low 17 points.
Yeah, wasn't at his best, wasn't fully engaged in that game. I look for a different Michael Beasley early in the championship, knowing that he was here last year and came up short, and there he is, 101, coming through against Harrell.
Yeah, as much as they can keep Brandon Moss off of Michael Beasley, that's a big advantage for Beasley. Here's Core, who's had an excellent season. Remember, the team that they were on last year, it's not the same team, but Three's company, they let Core go. They decided and elected to go with Lance Stevenson. So Nasir Core has something to prove.
And you know, the contrast too with these two teams, you'll see the Triplets play a little bit more passing, moving, while Miami has two excellent isolation players in Stevenson and Beasley who can just flat out beat you.
There's Core for three. Another one. And the trash talking is already starting. How long before Michael Cooper goes in with Lance Stevenson and brings him off the bench? Remember, last week, Beasley and Stevenson combined for 45 of the 50 points that the 305 have scored. There's Evans inside with that left-hand hook.
And neither teams are prolific three-point shooting teams, but they love to utilize their big bodies, their physicality. They love to get to the basket. That doesn't mean they can't knock in.
Oh, man. Yeah, tough pass, but blocked by Brandon Moss. Beasley elevates with that drift shot. That's a layup for that guy.
Now, he loves to get to that right hand, meaning going to his right, shooting over that left shoulder. Such a soft touch once he gets inside the lane.
6'5" Miami. Here's Core. They gave him a three again. In and out. Beasley rebounds. Here's Brandon Moss on Beasley. Not a lot of room for him to work. Goes back to Reggie Evans. A rare jumper. Flips the rim, so he's got to clear it.
Yeah, you'll give that one up.
Core with that big body move. Ball hits the rim, so Beasley's got to clear it. See if Beasley attacks Moss. Beasley goes right. Elevates. He wasn't distracted at all on that one.
But I think out on the perimeter, I think Moss has to get up underneath Beasley. He can't give him that runway to get to a spot, because once he gets deeper, closer to the paint, that's when the advantage skews more towards Beasley. And I'm gonna go back to this. Is Nasir Core in the corner for three? Listen, he was second in the league behind Earl Clark at 13 made threes coming in to this championship game. He's a player that won't hurt you. You talked about him running the offense, doing all the little things.
It's odd that you don't really know about him. You don't know where he played or any of those things. But like you said, and Chalmers doing Chalmers things. Core plays this game like he played the NBA for 10 years.
No, he does. He's methodical with what he does in his movements.
But here's Chalmers, and Chalmers makes these type of plays.
Oh, he does.
And that's why he plays. Yeah, that's why he's a winner. Chalmers is going to take it out. Back. Reggie Evans over to Chalmers. Get the pin down for Beasley. Pulls up. No good. Chalmers runs it down. And Moss stepped out of bounds.
There you go back to Michael Beasley, isolated here on the right-hand side of the court. See, this is where I think he can use his length, get up underneath him, force Beasley to turn his back, and now those straight line drives are not there. But if you allow him to get his momentum downhill, then cancel Christmas.
There's a foul on Reggie Evans. That gives Harold his first bucket of the day.
And Evans can't get in foul trouble. I thought when Evans was guarding Montrezl Harrell early in games they played, he did an excellent job of containing what Harrell was able to do. Once he went out the game, that's when it just was like open season for whatever he wanted to do.
Here's Harrell at the line. Very big impact this year.
Oh, man.
Joining this team, going to him down the stretch, and he lets the game come to him. Doesn't really force the issue, but he does when he needs to.
Well, Harrell has a motor that's probably unmatched.
Beasley, ooh, in and out. Core with another rebound. Goes inside, Brandon Moss with the jam. Does he zip him up? No body bag that time.
Now, the beautiful pass by Corey allowed Moss to kind of get his feet set, hand up, pass delivered.
There's this matchup that I like. Easily on Brandon Moss. There's a cut by Chalmers to the reverse layup. Core got caught ball watching. Still no Lance Stevenson in this game. 10-10. Harrell over the Core, 6 on the clock. Oh, another big three by Nasir Core.
Well, it was the pass to Moss down low, then another three-point shot over a contested hand by Chalmers.
Beasley, no good. Core runs down his 4th rebound. Rises and fires, no good. Reggie Evans gets it, and watch out for the table. Nasir Core with the foul. Oh, they had no foul.
No foul.
This is coming right at us.
No, it's coming right at me. It was you that had no part.
You're right. You're right. You're right. That's not us. That's definitely you.
That's right.
That's definitely you.
Not like us.
Here's Core up top. Started out solid. Back to Harold. Inside, Moss, he gets fouled. He'll go to the line, 1 shot for 2 points.
But I think that's what makes this Chicago team different. You just watch the movement, the passing, the unselfish. I'm not saying that Miami's a selfish team, they just play different. But the ball moves. So if they have an opportunity to get an easy shot, whether it's Harold having the ball, Moss or Core, whoever it may be, the ball is being delivered to the open player. And it makes it tough on opposing defenses who are in rotations to kind of stop that.
There's Brandon Moss, who will know him as a defensive player. He has to guard Michael Beasley today. But I just think ever since they added him to this team, they just look at him guard. I mean, that's not a foul, but he's up there guarding.
Why wouldn't you, if you're drafting, I don't care what team it is, want a player that fits the mold of a Brandon Moss, that can defend, that can score, that can create, that can finish above the rim.
Yeah, moves well without the ball.
And he's not demanding that he has to be the central part of the offense.
Here's Williams, back to Lance Stevenson. Doesn't take him long to get hot, get that air guitar out.
We say it all the time, you want to win those non-Lance Steven minutes before he gets in the game, as you know Stevenson minutes because you know that he's going to contribute.
And Chris Allen, that's going to send us to the break. Man, you are watching the 2025 Big 3 Championship presented by iHeartRadio. Both teams really moving the ball well. moving without the ball. 16-13. This thing is delivering to an elite championship game. Welcome back to the 2025 Big 3 Championship game. Right now, Triplets up 16-13. Fadeaway presented by Bevel.
Well, here it is. It's the patented move by Michael Beasley. 2 dribbles, get to the middle of the court. The defender is trailing, able to pull up smoothly for that beautiful left-hand jump shots early on. 6 points, 4 rebounds. Looks a lot more engaged early in this game than he did in week 7 against this Chicago team.
Yeah, we'll send it over to Chris Haynes with some info on Miami 305.
Guys, Lance was supposed to talk to us right now, but he told me, like, I'm locked in on this thing. This thing is serious right here. So just to give you an example how serious they're taking this championship. But what I can say, there is bad blood between these two teams. We talked about Nazir Kaur being on the team last season when they were a different team, but Beasley wanted to make sure that this team came into this game with the proper mindset. He told me before the game and said, listen, forget all the bad blood, forget all the beef, let's win this game, and then we can talk our blank. So that's what they're trying to do right now.
That's the best way to look at it. All that extra drama stuff doesn't mean anything. You still got to go out there and execute. Here's Allen with the step back. 7 on the clock. Amir Johnson kicks it out. Montrezl Harrell. Rebound Williams.
But how serious is this Miami team? They came in, Scout, 3 days early and practiced together to be able to put on this kind of performance in the critical moment.
It all comes down to Lance Stevens.
Well, it does, because we saw last week, not only it was the rebounds, it was the defense, it was making shots, career highs in both rebounds and scoring. And again, one-on-one against a bigger defender, but that time able to outquick Amir to get up and in.
Last week, Beasley and Lance Stevenson combined for 45 of the 50 points. Everyone's engaged on this team, but that 1-2 punch is a lot. If those guys are scoring like that, it's going to be hard to beat Miami 305. Here's Chris Allen. That's 2 threes.
It's a reason why the triplets are here. Is because the combination, I think, of Core and also Allen, they kind of offset and do a little bit of different things. Allen is more of a scorer. You see the great defense that time inside. Beasley.
There's a pull-up. Soft touch, no good. Lance Stevenson on the glass. Ooh, no foul at all. Chris Allen. Oh, it's getting super physical. Yeah, Amir Johnson was on the roll. Lance Stevenson body checked him. All right, take a look. Last week. These are the last 3 games. Those two are scoring 105. The rest of the team, 14.
But when you win, and your other players, complementary players, do the little things that contribute to winning, you put yourself in a situation where you're competing for a championship. You let your 2 best players kind of dictate what you do offensively, and you fit in. When you got a talent like that, sometimes you just got to give them the ball and get out the way.
Well, that's a good example of that. Sean Williams gets the rebound and kicks it out right away. That's when you go to work.
Well, in 3-on-3 basketball, this is like an outlet pass starting to break. The quicker you can clear it and get it out, the advantage is to you to now attack. And Beasley right now able to put a stamp on this first half performance. 11 points so far, 4 rebounds, but the energy is different. A lot more on the line.
Right now, Beasley and Lance are combined for 18 of the 22 points. Here's Harold. Hasn't really got busy in the post yet. There he goes. He gets shoved, but he'll go to the line. 1 shot for 2 points.
And Sean Williams is a good defender, especially off the dribble. That time, Harold able to create that contact to get himself to the free throw line. Uh-oh.
Oh, we're going to bring the fire. Why not? Defensive Player of the Year, Sean Williams. So Michael Cooper said, I'm going to bring the fire here, and it's going to be brought to you by Red Lobster. And this is the matchup of all matchups. The challenge, the shooting foul. two players will go one-on-one. This will count as 2 points if it's scored, and each team gets one challenge per half. How you got this one? Pretty good offensive player.
Sean, defense.
Harold inside. Pretty good defense. That's what he does.
I'm telling you, Harold may have a little bit more LBs on him, but the quickness and the timing of Williams kind of forced Harold to spin out of his original shot.
See the offense, 31, the defense 54 wins this year on the Big Three Bring the Fire.
Now, you think about this too. We got some really good one-on-one players in this league, and yet still defense still wins out.
Allen in the corner, drops Williams, goes up, but Williams gets back into play. Stevenson and one! What a play by Sean Williams!
And I'll say this, I know we're in Orlando, but Miami is still a Florida team. And you can hear the crowd right now. Just look at Williams, not giving up on the play to get back, not only influence and get the block, but it lands right, and Lance Stevenson's hands able to gather, catch, and ultimately finish. Chance for an old-fashioned three-point play.
I mean, Sean Williams got dropped and got up and got the block. Miami on an 8-0 run. Miami is locked in. There's no nonsense at all. All the drama, all the trash talk, that's a thing of the past. Look at these guys.
But a challenge to when you're Chicago, if Montrez is not really getting his offense off.
All right, let's send it over to Rachel with Dr. J.
Coach, you're here trying to win the championship trophy with your name on it.
Yeah.
How do you feel it's going so far?
Right now, you know, we're seeing what we expected to see from Lance Stevenson and Michael Beasley, and we're trying to neutralize them as much as possible. There have been a lot of loose ball situations and a lot of 50-50 balls that we just haven't gotten. I think we've missed some easy shots, but it's not about winning the first half, it's about winning the game. So I think we'll be all right.
Absolutely. You guys can be a little bit more aggressive, it seems like, in the second half. What do you say to your team to get them to do that so you can hold that trophy with your name on it?
I really couldn't hear you, but, you know, we're in it to win it, okay? Thank you.
I love it. Thank you so much.
All right. Lance and Beasley, 21 of the 25 points, 25-19. That's the end of the first half. We will return to Orlando right after these messages. You're watching the 2025 Big 3 Championship presented by iHeartRadio.
The Big 3 on CBS Sports is sponsored by Walmart. Try Pharmacy Express Delivery.
Welcome back. 25-19. It's all 3:05 so far in this first half. I'm Brian Scalabrine alongside Jimmy Jackson, and all the drama, all the trash talk seem not to be a thing and not affecting Miami.
It's not, but I go back to this. The focus between, you know, Lance Stevenson and Michael Beasley, I think, really, Reggie Evans, because he's the oldest tenured player in this league that hasn't won yet. So they came here with a supreme focus. They're not talking a lot. They're not a lot of the rah-rah. They're playing physical but smart, and I think that's the difference here in the first half.
All right, it's time for the FanDuel halftime update. And right now, Miami is favored by 5.5. One thing to note here, in the last time these teams matched up, Chicago outscored them 31-16 in the second half. So right now, a 5.5 point favorite, Mike, you have to factor that in. Sports fans, get ready because the futures are coming soon. Future Day is this Tuesday, August 26th, and all FanDuel customers can celebrate with 24 hours of boost, bonuses, and bragging rights. Just scan the QR code to seize the futures soon. Right now, these two guys up for advertise.
Well, pretty much as we expected, especially when Lance came in the game. You felt the aura change a little bit more knowing he came in because Michael Beasley got the party started, but then it was Lance who was able to finish some things off. An excellent block here by Williams inside and Lance doing the rest. Again, I said this team feels they have a lot to play for. Michael Beasley was in the championship last year. didn't get a chance to win it. They lost to this Triplets team. Mario Chalmers said he's won at every level, now wants to win here.
You see the score. Miami led 25-19, which is exactly the opposite of what it is right now. The exact same. But in the second half, it was all Chicago, it was all Triplets.
And it was all Montrezl Harrell, too.
A lot of Montrezl Harrell, yeah. So see how this thing plays out. Good start for Chicago, but as soon as Lance Stevenson and Sean Williams came in the game, the whole game changed.
Yeah, but I'd still go back to this. Reggie Evans, Garden Harrell. I think his physicality, not allowing Montrezl to kind of get his space, is the difference with him being on the floor. And then Williams can come in and kind of do the rest. You see a foul right here on Core.
No, they got it. Reggie Evans with a moving screen.
What? Okay.
And this is where Miami has to keep their cool. Cannot lose their focus. They're starting Lance Stevenson in the second half. And this is the matchup that we like to see. Nasir Core, Lance Stevenson. They don't like each other. They've talked about it. Here's Core. Long two. Lance, top of the key against Core. Gets the screen from Evans. Step back. No good. Reggie Evans all over the glass. Blocked by Harrell. Control tip. Harrell with the jam.
And you're going to need a lot more of that. What I mean is defense turned to quick offense for Chicago to be able to get some of those easier baskets.
Now the control tip. That should be a rebound and an assist for Core. There's Beasley against Moss. Beasley lost the ball, gets it back. He's up against the clock, 2 on the clock, goes up, finishes.
Yeah, loves the drive right in that time. Not a lot of work, a room to work with on the baseline, but shows how versatile he is as an offensive scorer, able to squeeze it up and in.
Core gets that high double screen, gets Reggie Evans on him. He's gonna go one-on-one. Gets the contact, pulls it out. Reggie Evans all over him. And they got another foul on Reggie Evans.
But see, here now Reggie's out the game, okay? Just keep our eye on this because Reggie didn't have to foul at that time. Core discontinued his dribble. Why continue to use your body to impact that when he can't go? And plus his back is to you. Not a smart play that time by Reggie Evans.
Here's Brandon Moss attacking, elevates, blocked by Beasley. Blocked again, and they got a foul on Brandon Moss.
Good drive, really good defense by Beasley. Think about this, Michael Beasley not only had 22 points last week, 12 rebounds, but he had 5 blocks.
Now Beasley's been great. Ever since, I would say, this game, the last time they matched up, Beasley's been off the charts.
Well, doing the little things here. I said the blocks, the assists, rebounding the ball. So not just affecting the game from a scoring perspective.
Montrezl Harrell going to work right away. No Reggie Evans looking to get busy. Lance Stevenson clears it. Spins and finishes. And the dance. Chicago needs to call a timeout.
Yep.
That's a 10-point lead, and Born Ready is definitely putting on a show in Orlando. Chicago's going to have to figure it out. Let's see if Dr. J can work his magic. Welcome back, folks. What we're seeing right here is Pure Focus by Miami 305, 31-21. You can follow all Big 3 basketball all across social media, including Instagram, X, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube.
Well, the big question coming in was how was Lance Stevenson and Michael Beasley going to play together after going at each other over the summer? Well, I think they've answered that question. They play off of each other. They allow each to be great in their own right, and then they complement each other. You look at it right now, once again, it's the same story. 25 out of 31 points scored by Miami 305 have been in between those two individuals of Beasley and Stevenson.
Yeah, Michael Beasley with 13, Lance Stevenson with 12.
Well, I also think it lends to Michael Beasley being more efficient because he doesn't have to try to score and do everything. When you got a complementary player that can go get his, now it makes it a lot easier for you to be isolated a lot more and be a lot more efficient.
Chris, what do you got going on in 305's huddle?
Yes, guys, Miami's confidence right now is sky high as Montreal Harrell barrels his way to the bucket. Michael Beasley challenged his team defensively, said, let's get 3 stops in a row. Well, you see they got to start all over now, but offensively, they're getting whatever they want.
Rachel?
Indeed, and that was the conversation in the Chicago huddle. They gotta defend better. I had Chris Allen tell me that they were getting to all their spots and their conversation was to get them out of their comfort zone, but he predicted they'd be able to do it. He said, you watch, Miami's gonna fold coming up right here. So a little challenge there, talking a little trash in the huddle.
But let me ask you this.
Man, this is tough, man. I did not think that was a foul. They got a foul on Amir Johnson. I thought that was a good block. Yeah, I'm with you, Amir. Can I look at that again? It's a good drive by Beasley.
Well, it was a hard drive. Let's see where.
Come on.
In the big 3, that's not a foul.
That's a big play because that's Chicago going to get 2 points out of that.
Yeah, that's
a tough
Yeah,
one,
so
man.
you pick up the foul and you bring the fire.
Yeah, that's a tough call for Chicago, but Dr. J strolls on over there because he's going to bring the fire, and it's going to be brought to you by Red Lobster.
Well, and this is a difficult challenge for Amir Johnson, being that now he's playing out on the perimeter. Now, as Beasley gets closer to the basket, I think Amir Johnson, his size bodes well. But Beasley is so tricky with getting past his defender, creating some space, and then being able to finish with either hand.
And just a bona fide shot maker.
No, big time.
So it looks like you're going with offense here.
I'm going with offense.
All right, here's Beasley.
Got to be inside.
Yeah, you got to be inside the 3.
Yep.
Catch. Can't have your foot outside the 3-point circle.
No.
Here we go.
All right, Beasley. Jab. Jab again.
Pull up.
A lot of space. He is a professional scorer.
But it's smart because he knew contesting him at the rim, not that Michael couldn't finish, but the percentage was let me back you up, put up, and which way is he going? Right.
And he might be one of the best one-on-one players in the world.
Oh, good.
So it's like no disrespect at all. All right, here we go. Here's Core. Oh, good hands by Sean Williams.
And look who comes up with it.
Lance Stevenson behind his back. The body bump. Sean Williams inside. No good.
No foul either.
Harold gets the bump, goes up strong.
And you notice, too, in the second half, Harold has kind of found his rhythm, 6 points now early, because Evans is on the bench. He's driven the ball twice where he wasn't getting by Evans. So let's see if Harold can continue to get these stops to be effective offensively.
Lance Stevenson for 4. Core with another rebound. Clears it. Goes up. That's blocked. It'll go back to Chicago. I'm with you. I'm wondering how far Harold seems to have a pretty good matchup against Sean Williams.
Well, because Williams is not as physical, so now Harold can utilize his skill set, dribbling the ball, getting some space. Speaking of which, right there, Core.
Big shot.
Big time shot.
Huge shot by Nasir Core.
Yeah, right.
They needed that. 33-28. Nasir Core, once again, stacking up a pretty good game. 11 points, 6 rebounds. You see it right there. Those are league leaders.
Yeah.
Right on Beasley. Downhill. Blocked by Harrell. They got him with a foul.
And how many times have we seen this during the season? Michael Beasley getting a little handoff, getting to his right hand, turning the corner, and either picking up a foul or a basket or a combination of the two.
So let's do a recap here. When the Triplets beat Miami, they're doing the Lance dance. They're doing the Michael Beasley dance. They're waving him goodbye. I just never seen that level of disrespect after a game. So it's like Miami's just completely locked into this.
Well, I don't know. I mean, if you go back to trilogy stuff when they were winning, where Rick Mahorn was coaching it, I mean, Kenyon Martin, them boys was really disrespectful to a lot of teams when they were kind of just running the league.
All right, here's Harrell. Pulls up for 3. He has a different confidence.
It's a whole different
against Sean Williams.
And Reggie Evans and Michael Cooper on the bench right now, they both dropped their head because they know it.
I can put Reggie Evans back in. 31-35, Miami still in the lead. Born ready. Body bag. Stevenson with the drift. It's short. Core in the fight. Core, corner three.
Big shot.
No good. Rebound Beasley. Clears it. Core in his space. Jab and go. Elevate, blocked by Body Bag.
Yeah, we got the push first.
And they got a push on the Sear Core.
And that's the right call. It wasn't the block at the rim. It was when Beasley got past Core. Now watch him at the end. Watch him push right there. That's the foul.
That's what he called, yep.
That's the foul, because once a player elevates, now you put a hand on him, that's going to be a foul. So that's the correct call.
Yeah, Core didn't have to do that. They had pretty good defense at the rim.
And Brian, you know the difference, and another difference with 3-on-3. You can't go trap and get the ball out of a hot player's hand.
No.
Because now it's 2-on-1 on the backside, and there's no way you're going to recover. So you have to be really creative defensively to kind of impact a player like Michael Beasley to get the ball out of his hands. Ooh.
Oh, blocked by Sean Williams, and they got a foul. I'm a big fan of Brandon Moss.
I am too, and he did the right things. Knowing that Sean Williams is coming, you got to go try to dunk the ball. And I think it was more body in which that foul was probably called than upstairs.
They'll bring the fire. Just going to save it. 37-31. Right now, Chicago needs to figure out ways to get stops, stack up buckets. Moss, it's good. So far, no foul trouble. Triplets with 4 could be a thing. Miami just 3. All right, here we go. Beasley gets the pin down, sets the screen. Lance, that's a layup.
Good read by Lance, who you saw that Harrell was kind of laid back in the key, and after that second screen by Williams, it gave him a nice little rhythm. Pull up 15-footer.
Core. Hetty downhill. Moss for 3. Rebound Beasley. Over to Lance. He's the man with the hot hand. Dancing up top. Oh, between Body Bag's legs. 5 on the clock. Oh, Body Bag blocks it.
Yep, played with it too much.
And there you go. Rebound Harold. 39-35. One more bucket sends us through the third quarter break.
Yeah, and watch Brandon Moss. Didn't go for anything. Yeah, you may have got me through the legs, but I'm still here. And then at the end, got the best of it by getting the block.
Oh, they should review this. I think that went off of Beasley, but no twirling of the fingers. They get 1 review per half. Beasley in the post. He is tough down here. Over to Sean Williams. Spin. Tough shot.
Hey, I'm going to tell you what, great recovery by Harrell to get back, but Sean just made an unbelievable shot.
Man, we have a barn burner right here. Every guys making tough shots and tough plays. 2 teams locked in to the championship game. Miami right now, could they raise that trophy? Find out when we get back.
If you a champion, show me you a champion. Cause real champions move like champions. And real champions prove.
Coming up next on CBS, we'll take you up north to Ontario, Canada for the final round coverage of the LPGA's CPKC Women's Open. Right here on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus. Well, right now, Miami in control, 41-35, but it feels like the Chicago Triplets just knocking on the door. Let's take a look at today's monster moment fueled by Racetrack.
Hey, you talked about knocking on the door. It's been the defense, then turning into offense for Miami 305. And just when you think you got an inkling, Sean Williams gets up off the ground, impacts the play, and Lance Stevenson does the rest.
I don't know if I've ever seen that before. Miami heat check, take a look. This is what their averages are, and here's where they're at. 19 points, 14 points, right on cue with their average. Let's go over to Chris, see what he has for the Miami 305 huddle.
Michael Beasley told his guys, listen, he's taking a leadership approach right now down the stretch for this team. He told his guys, we were here before. We got this close before. Let's not go down the same road and come up so close, and come up so short, I should say. And he said, this is our game. Let's go there and do it. Everybody's galvanizing in that huddle, guys.
Well, remember last week they had a huddle where they just basically argued for 5 straight minutes and came out and responded.
And that was a critical point in the game, too, where it could have went the other, because we didn't know, because you got some volatile personalities on that squad, and that could have totally went the other way. But it kind of galvanized them.
Yeah, take a look. This is last week. And this goes on for 5 straight minutes, arguing nose to nose with the coach, with the players. Except for Mario Chalmers, he was chilling.
Well, you know what? Part of the big reason why Michael Cooper was chosen the coach is because they felt that he could get through to Michael Beasley.
And he did.
And he did.
Yeah.
He kind of let Michael vent, let him get it all out, but yet he was the voice of reason. So not only picking your roster is very important, but who coaches your roster is as important.
All right, here's Core. Brandon Moss with the lob.
And that was set up at the timeout, too. They knew that Lance was going to bite on that ball fake, and they just sent Brandon Moss right to the back door for an easy 2.
41-37, big stop right here for Chicago Triplets. Over to Beasley, not in the 4-point circle. Gets the screen from Sean Williams. Goes left, fades, up top. And that ball hit the rim.
Hit the rim.
You got to keep playing. Moss goes right, up to Core.
Big shot, big shot.
No good. Out on Lance Stevenson.
Yep. Big shot. I think Core rushed it a little bit. Feet wasn't set. Kind of leaning forward on that 3-point shot.
Yeah, Core's already hit 3 3-pointers. They're bringing in Allen. Allen came and gave him a nice spark in the first half.
A little bit smaller, too, now. Think about this with this backcourt of Core and Allen.
Going to Core. He's got 5 on the clock and Sean Williams on him. Kicks it weak. Allen, short with it, right off the bench. Beasley clears. It has a whole side to work. Here he goes, gets the bump.
Good defense.
Lance Stevenson elevates. No good. Rebound Allen. In the corner, kicks it out. Core. Shot off. Guys are getting a little tense right now. Beasley attacking. Drifting. No good. Core over to Allen. He's wide open.
Shot ready.
And that's big.
Shot ready.
That's his 3rd 3 of the day.
Well, again, the quick outlet. If you can clear and get behind that 3-point line and get the ball quickly outlet, you got an open shot.
Lance tracks it back down, goes right to Beasley. He's got Chris Allen on him and a fresh clock. Beasley elevates on the cut. Oh, miscommunication.
Watch this quick outlet. Core, Allen, feet set, Williams too late, bucket.
Big difference in this game. Chicago 7 3-pointers made. Miami only 1. It's going to be a timeout on the floor. It's a 30-second timeout. Let's see if Chicago can do something about this lead. We got a good one here in the 2025 Big 3 Championship. Miami up by 1. iHeartRadio is now the exclusive audio home of Big 3 basketball. Download the free iHeartRadio app today for your favorite music, podcast, and Big 3 play-by-play coverage. Let's send it over to Rachel on Chicago.
Well, guys, you were talking about Michael Cooper and his influence on the 305. You've got just as much going on here with Dr. J on the Chicago side. That smooth, unruffled demeanor is keeping these guys focused, trying to come back from behind. And we had guys actually passing around the clipboard during the huddle, talking about ways that they can be more aggressive, show a little bit more help on defense to stop Miami's scores. And you're seeing them more with those energy and effort plays, going for those 50-50 balls. They think they can win this game, and they're going to do it right here.
Well, now they got a 1-point lead. Montrezl Harrell over Sean Williams.
Well, that's the second play coming out of the timeout that the Triplets have been successful
Ooh, that was blocked by Brandon Moss.
Did he get it? Yeah. No. He shot it short.
Oh, they got to review that.
Yeah, he's trying to see.
Arrow's got 13 in the second half. They're going to review this, but maybe not. There's no way Beasley airballed that.
Yeah, it could have been. He left it short. I'm surprised in stints that Michael Cooper, because the way Harrell's been playing, that he hasn't brought Reggie Evans back in because to slow him down.
13 in the second half, most of those against Sean Williams.
All of those in the second half. Against whoever was good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's got 13 seconds.
Yeah.
I mean, it feels like, forget what you know about defense. It just feels like.
No, that's air ball, bro. That's air ball. He left it short. And that's the influence you have when you have a Brandon Moss. He's not always going to stop Michael Beasley, but that time he influenced that shot enough where it came up short if it stays true.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Brandon Moss. I just think he can guard on a high level. Here's how I look at it. Obviously, you guys know, or maybe you don't, I cover the NBA all season long. It's a 5-on-5 game. He's guarding one of the best scorers in the world in a 3-on-3 game. You know how hard that is to do?
Yeah, because you don't have the help.
You don't have the help. There's so much space to work. So I just think, when I see that, I just think he's an elite defender.
Well, I'm going to go back to this. If Chicago ends up winning this game, and you pointed this out, 7-1 in three-point shooting, okay? Chicago, during the course of the season, they were 6th in the league in three-point shooting. So they didn't shoot a ton of them, okay? On the season, they only made 27. You got 7 tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, you only made 27.
That's a great call. It's going to be red ball. That's gonna hold up. I'm surprised. I thought that was definitely blocked.
And again, you know this by defense. Sometimes you don't have to get the shot, the block shot. You just have to influence your shot, and that's what Brandon Moss did on that play.
What do you think about Dr. J going offense, defense? You got Allen in right now, but you got Brandon Moss.
I like it. If you got a chance to get him in the game to sub in because you want him defensively on Michael Beasley.
Yeah. All right, let's see. And Reggie Evans back in the game. Here's Montrezl Harrell. Looking to get into his bag. Goes right, back left, kicks it out. Allen, pump fake, float. All right, Beasley looking to attack. Gets contact, goes up.
And one.
Yeah, that was fouled.
But you see the impact immediately with Reggie Evans on Harrell, that he contended and contested the shot, didn't make it easy, and now you let Michael Beasley, and that time Allen jumped too soon and then reach now. Easy call for the official.
Big free throw for Beasley. Fouls right now, at least on the board, they look 4-4. Not sure that that's right. Nope, 5 on our score bug. So yeah, so the next time Chicago fouls, Miami will get the free throw and get the ball back.
Well, here's the critical part. Shot selection and value in the basketball, okay? Bad shots going to lead to easy points along with turnovers.
Harrell?
He's not getting by Evans.
No,
I'm telling you, man.
that body on Evans.
I'm telling you.
There's a foul on the floor. So both teams are at 5 fouls.
And if I'm Triplets right now, you know what I'm doing? I'm driving the ball to try to get contact to get to that penalty. Because with the penalty, you make that free throw, now you retain possession offensively of the ball with another chance to put the ball through the net. And that gave Dr. J an opportunity. Allen.
All right, here's Core. Harrell is not getting to his spots that he wants, but there's the switch. Can they take advantage of it? Core, step back. Good.
And look, Dr. J gets Brandon Moss right back in the game.
Yeah, I don't know why they stopped
out.
Yeah,
you can't do that.
No, you can't sub on the fly like that.
They tried to.
You can use a timeout, but I wouldn't use my last one. You got a 1-point lead.
But you can't sub. You got to sub on the dead ball.
For the champions.
All right, he's going to use it. He's going to use his final one to get Brandon Moss back into the game. Man, got a coaching chess match here. But we're going to take a 30-second break to see the finals. Triplets up by 1. All right, right now, Chicago up by 1, playing a little offense, defense, used their last time out.
But smart playing by coaching and strategy by Dr. J, the Triplets. Nazir Core, they wanted to get the switch. Either that's Evans on Core, or you had Harrell on another defender. So they were able to utilize that. Core was able to create that space, a nice little pullback into a little fadeaway. Big time basket right there now.
Well, I haven't called out the name Michael Beasley in about 5 minutes, and Chicago has a 1-point lead, so I'm assuming it's going to Bees.
Yeah. But where is, I think, the key.
Oh, that's a long 2. In and out. Moss over to Harrell. They're going to go to work on Michael Beasley. He crosses over, goes to the middle, and there's a foul. That'll be the 5th foul.
A little bit more clearance and space to work with. Bring the fire by Michael Cooper. I like it.
Yeah, Michael Cooper is going to bring the fire, brought to you by Red Lobster. And he's got Harrell versus Beasley.
Now remember, Beasley got the best of Harrell on his. So can Harrell return the favor?
Both those guys are really good at this. I'm assuming these guys play a ton of one-on-one.
Yeah.
This is a huge play. It's huge. I think it's like the 3rd pair of shoes Montrezl Harrell has wore today. All right, here he goes. Taking his time, gets the body, goes up. A lot of contact. No foul. 44-43, Miami 305 ball, huge challenge.
This is Big 3 basketball. I mean, you're going to have some contact. It's going to be a disturbance if you're an offensive player. You got to figure out how to play through that, create the space, and try to find the bottom of the net. But good defense that time and understanding your limits too as a defensive player, that you can be a little bit more physical and use that to your advantage.
All right, here's Beasley on the block. You talked about this last time, where to get him a catch.
Yeah.
Against Moss. Elevates. No good, rolls out. Rebound Core. Gets the screen, gets the switch. Step back. No good. Brandon Moss.
Goaltending.
And they got a goaltending. Moss continues to make big plays. The final round of coverage of the LPGA CPKC Women's Open is coming up next on CBS and available now on the CBSSports.com/watch LPGA and the CBS Sports app.
Dr. J trying to eye the trophy that's named after him. Oh, great
Moss
defense.
with the steal, and they got him out of bounds. And Moss is over here talking to the crowd, telling them, I am him when it comes to guarding Michael Beasley.
Well, fans should be used to this because Brandon is from the Orlando area. So they've seen this type of performance from him in the past. And he's taken upon himself the challenge of shutting down Michael Beasley.
Beasley with the catch. He's got 9 on the clock, looking to go to work. Blocked by Moss. Save the Bees.
Nope.
That's a shot clock violation.
Bruh, we're seeing a defensive performance put on right now by Brandon Moss.
Yeah, I would just set a screen and get him off the body.
Well, but also too, for Michael Beasley, you're waiting. You got to attack Brandon Moss right away. When he had success against him, he squared him up, drove him, used that big body. But when you stand there and play with him, Brandon is getting up into him a little bit more, taking away that airspace, and now using that athleticism to contest the shot up top.
Big prize money on the line right here. Core. For 4 and the win. I don't know about that one. Oh, but he makes up for it. It's going to be Miami ball.
You don't need it in one shot. Now, if you're wide open.
That's what Montrezl Harrell is saying. Why?
Yeah.
Why take that?
You can't be a hero because that could have resulted into an easy 2-point basket for Miami.
Looks like they're going to review the ball going out of bounds. Yeah, look, they're yelling at Nasir Kaur, but that's not a good shot.
It's not a good
right
shot.
now. When you have all the momentum. Chicago's on, I think it's 11-2. They're on an 11-2 run right now.
Well, let's see. The ball goes and hits Williams, but I think Kaur hits it at the end.
Yeah, it's off his knee. It's all right to challenge that. You might as well.
Because right here, watch it hit Sean Williams right there, but then it hits Cole right there with his hand.
Yeah.
His left hand.
So Chicago on 11-2 run. Not sure about that shot by Nasir Kaur, but look at Chicago's in the huddle right now. Dr. Jade's got him. At least it looks like going in the right direction.
Well, but here's where you be solid. And we credited Nasir Kaur with his intelligence and playing the right way. What's been successful down the stretch is the pick and roll game with you and Harold, getting the mismatch you want, and then creating offense out of it. Why not stay with that? That's been successful for you. And also, you've been able to get stops consecutively. So you've given your offense a chance to finish this game off. You don't need to have a hero shot unless you're wide open, okay, to take the 4-point shot. But methodically, you can end this game.
Could be Miami ball. So during this 11-2 run, the only 2 points that they got were Beasley at the free throw line. That's it. Remember, Triplets also, if they foul again, they're going to be in the penalty. Send it over to Chris.
Guys, you talked about that hero shot by Nasir Kaur. That's the first thing that Montrez said to him in that huddle. He said, you shot that shot to get back at them. Forget that. We're trying to win this game.
Here's Beasley against Moss. He goes middle, goes up. No good. Rebound Kaur.
I'm telling you.
Kaur, crossover, fades away. He's blocked by Williams. And Williams comes back, lays it up, and then he has the foul. I'm not sure about the decisions right now by Nasir Kaur.
And again,
not only is that a foul, that puts them, when they make the free throw, they get the ball back.
well, is that, yeah, that's their 6th foul. So it's
hero ball compounding.
you can't, you want to prove a point. The point is you win the game, and you influence that. But right now, 2 questionable plays from this. Decision making. Don't give up the 3-point opportunity right here for a negative offensive rebound.
Kaur gets it back.
No.
Good save. Over to Moss. Inside Harrell. No good. Beasley gets it. 46-45. Stevens. No good. Born ready gets it. Beasley inside. Strong.
That should have been an air one, too. That should have been an air one, too.
47-46.
But
they don't. Chicago. They don't have a timeout.
They don't have a timeout.
No, they gotta go.
No. Oh no, they call a timeout. They got away with it too. They call a timeout.
All right, here's Kaur.
All right.
Downhill, kicks it. Harrell likes to match up. He's got 7 on the clock. Goes up. He was fouled. No goaltend. Harrell will go to the line. He's asking for the goaltend.
Yeah, he wants to go to Miami. This is only their 5th foul, so they're not in the bonus. So really good job of Miami in the second half of maintaining their position defensively by not being in the bonus. So that could have been huge right here with this play. Montrez can get to the line and make it. They would have got the ball back, but they didn't because of only Miami's 5th foul.
One shot for 2 points to give Chicago a 1-point lead.
How big would it be right here if you didn't use the bring the fire and could use it right now?
Huge.
You know what I mean? So when you use it, it's very important on how it impacts the game.
Remember, it's a game to 50, but you got to win by 2. Looks like Montrezl Harrell got a little blood.
$1 million prize on the line. championship ring.
It's a lot going through these players' mind right now.
And the junior serving, Dr. J. Johnson.
Here are the former champs. See Trilogy in there 3 times. Last year, Bivouac sort of beat the Threes Company team and had some guys on it.
Yep.
Enemies, Power, Triplets.
A new team. Little parity in the Big 3 here.
A lot of parity in the Big 3.
Yeah.
Huge free throw for Harrell. Long rebound. A 3 would win it. Lance outside on the 4 circle. Inside to Sean Williams. He goes up. Blocked by Harrell.
Block.
Inside. Huge play. Chicago 1-point lead.
And Harrell was completely out to play. Remember, rewind when Sean Williams made his hustle play to take away Chris Allen's shot. That's the same kind of hustle play Montrezl Harrell just did right there, which was an easy 2-point basket opportunity for Sean Williams inside. He's talking about wanting to win and doing the little things, making game-winning plays. Well, here's one for you, folks. Harrell not giving up. Seems like an easy play. Rotates over to Amir Johnson, able to complete the puzzle by putting it in. Wow.
One thing to note about Miami, I know everyone wants to be the hero, but you have to recognize that Brandon Moss is on the bench. You got to go to Beasley in that situation. I mean, that's a great play and everything, but like you just have to know the situation.
You got to know the situation. Now, just think about strategy for Miami. You can win this game with a 3-point play. Okay, it doesn't necessarily have to be a 3-point shot. Miami's only had one field goal attempt in the last.
Yeah, they've only made 1 3-pointer the whole game.
Yeah, 1 3-pointer the whole 3. But that's not who they are anyway. So they were, I think, 4th in the league in 3-point shots made, but their bread and butter is using those big bodies and one-on-one talents with Beasley and Stevenson.
How about
Chalmers.
Miami going small? Chalmers coming in the game. How are they going to match up? Oh, they got Harold on Beasley. Right away for the win. No good. Moss out to Core. Pump fakes. Harold. No good. Core clears it. Clock didn't reset. Core getting downhill. Shots up. No foul. Chalmers over to Beasley. Beasley inside, 49-48.
And smart play by Brandon Moss not to push or do anything to cause it. To cause a foul, to give the ball free throw-wise to Miami.
Got to win by 2, 49-48. Chalmers switches out on Core. Harrell inside, a lot of contact, nothing. Beasley. Brandon Moss, oh no! That's just a foul on the floor, so it'll be a side out.
Yeah, but they're in the bonus, but you can't, on this first foul, the ball, you can't go, the rules state you're not going to the free throw line to end the game. So the ball goes out. Now the next foul, if it's not shooting, Miami will go to the free throw line for the penalty.
I don't know about that one. Looks like Brandon Moss had a really nice defensive play.
Yeah, well, of all the physical contact we've seen, that one was probably the least among the many that gets called.
Beasley's down. I don't know if he's hurting. Yeah, he's played every minute this game. I think he told Chalmers, give me the ball.
If you go ask for it against Brandon Moss, you got to deliver. And it could be, too, with Beasley making a play out of this as well, because all eyes are going to be on him.
Yeah, don't sleep on Mario Chalmers. He's hit big shots throughout his life, including one in the NCAA, NBA Finals.
Yep.
Beasley against Moss for the championship. Beasley over to Lance. He's got time, back to Beasley. Wants space, but he's only got 4 on the clock. Over to Chalmers for the big shot. Chalmers! He does it again! Mario Chalmers with a huge shot to seal the deal. The Big 3 2025 champ is Miami 305. Miami 305 pushes all the right buttons. They dig deep and they find out a way to win. Mario Chalmers checks in the game, plays about a minute in the second half, and delivers the biggest shot of the game.
And it's a reason why the Boston Celtics pay you all that money, Brian. You called it about Mario Chalmers' big-time shot at Kansas, also in Miami, but also look who made the play. Look who came off the ball. It was Michael Beasley, not trying to force the shot, but recognizing he had a big-time player that had been in big-time moments, and it came through in the clutch, and once again sealed the deal for Miami to win the championship.
Chicago went on an 11-2 run to take the lead and control of the game. But Miami responds, capped off by Mario Chalmers with a 9-2 run to seal the deal and win the 2025 Big 3 championship.
And we said coming into this game, this was going to be one of the most competitive championship games that we're going to see. And it lived to the bill. And what I loved about it, more so with all the emotion coming into the game, it didn't spill over to make this a slugfest. It really didn't.
All right, you're gonna wanna see some of these celebrations. So we'll be back in 1 minute. Super Mario delivers once again. All right, Miami 305 caps it off, 52-48, comes up big with Super Mario in the corner. There it is, there's the 3, there's the seal of the deal. Huge shot for Mario Chalmers and Miami 305. You see it right there. 2 in high school, 1 in college, 2 in the league, and now a Big 3 championship. All right, let's send it over to Chris Haynes.
I'm here with the new 2025 Big 3 champions, the Miami 305. And without further ado, I want to introduce the co-owner, Ice Cube, and allow him to present the championship trophy.
Congratulations to the Miami 305. We want to present this 2025 Big 3 championship to Miami 305. One of the best teams in the league. They had the 2-time MVP, 4th Man of the Year, and Defensive Player of the Year. We want to thank everybody, CBS, Big 3, Michael Cooper, Heath Freeman. Thank you so much.
Hoist the trophy, guys. Hoist the trophy. Hoist the trophy. Michael Beasley, the 2-time MVP. What does it feel like last season coming up short, this season getting it done?
Just promises kept. Promises kept.
We talk about promises kept. You got a teammate by the name of Mario Chalmers, who's hit big shots throughout his NBA career. You trusted them down the stretch. Walk me through that play.
I actually told him to move. I wanted the shot, but no. I mean, he's been doing it his whole life. He's been doing it his whole career. You know, why not trust? You know, it ain't really trust. It's just knowing what's going on, man. That's Mario Chalmers.
Michael Beasley, the Miami 305, your 2025 Big 3 champions. Hoist it up, guys. Back to you, guys.
Well, there it is. He told him to move.
He told him he wanted the shot, baby.
At least he's
told
honest.
the truth.
Well, right there. Once again, the final score, 52-48. The 2025 champ is Miami 305. Coming up next, our final round coverage of the LPGA CP KC Women's Open. For Jim Jackson, Chris Hayne, Rachel Nichols, and our entire crew, I'm Brian Scalabrine saying so long from Orlando. This has been a presentation of CBS Sports in association with the Big 3.